All right, we're good. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today, I'm going to be working on trying to expand the Signari Ruin section, specifically this section over here, try to polish this up. And then I think I'm just going to be trying to squash some bugs. And then,
we're good.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the. Hold on. Why am I hearing myself? The stream's on the background. There we go.
In case you're new, I'm Marco Game Dev, and
Okay,
I made
cool.
a little game called Metroidvania. It's a
gravity bending Metroidvania
rhythm game, and it's been out for a little bit over.
Seems like all my YouTube videos just want to start playing all at once. It's weird. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I'm thinking for this section here is I'm thinking what I want to do is have the player drop down, like once they enter here. And then I want to kind of expand this area so that it kind of reaches over here and then have them come into this building from this side. So that, and it'd be cool to have them go underneath the waterfall. So we're going to work on that. This here. To make this, you're gonna have to create the edge for where the player drops down. Like that. And if there's any issues with the stream, let me know in the comments below. That way I can fix them. Also, I think it's starting to storm where I live, so if you hear any loud claps, then it's just thunder. Go. And then if you're watching, let me know you're here too. Okay. I think I'll maybe have like about 6 foot drop or so. I think kind of comes at a bevel here, which I don't want. I kind of want it to be a little bit more of an actual like cliff edge. Wow, it is storming like crazy where I live. Okay. Yeah, like there. Looks good. I even replace it with a different kind of piece here. And all this has to come down as well. And we'll leave this one here, because that's what they'll be going up to. I duplicate this a couple times. Question is, where do I place the waterfall exactly? Hey there. Oh, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Trying to figure out where to place the waterfall here. So I think it'd be cool to have the player go through it, kind of like get that old school kind of like Zelda feeling, you know? Like, ooh, what's behind the waterfall? That's what I'm working on now. And I think I'm gonna just move these guys somewhere else for the second, so I can test it. Or just get rid of them. Baby, you hearing that like crazy thunder? I thought it was like another one of those random like explosions in the neighborhood, but like that's pretty wild. All right.
According to surface scan,
Minimal.
statistically,
So is. Alright. Let's move.
I'm gonna teleport to location. Oh goodness. Oh, I forgot I have to like change the gameplay type. Do that real quick. Just pop that here. No, I'm not playing my own audio. Oh, let's see. A small echo. No, I mean I even have like my computer muted, so if you're hearing an echo. Maybe it's capturing from the phone and the microphone. Is it my voice that's echoed, or is it like the actual gameplay audio? Let's see. I have control audio via OBS turned on. I don't know. Is it like really bad, or is it like kind of bearable? Only my voice that's doubled up? Okay. Give me 1 second here. See if I can figure this out. Go into my settings. Audio. So my two sources, there's desktop audio, which is like the speakers, and then there's the auxiliary audio. Okay. What about no? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Making a run for it. Go this way. Okay. I will keep talking. I'm just on my way to like the area that I want to test out, so. There we go. Almost there. Yay, I fixed it. Let's go. Awesome. Okay. Thankfully it'll save here so we can continually test it. So if you drop down, that might be kind of cool to have that. It'd be nice to have some like wet rocks or something over here, just kind of make it feel a little more, you know, fitting. So if it's wet, there'll be wet rocks. They'll come under here. And then I think here is going to expand it out quite a bit. So we'll give this a shot and see how it goes. Let me drag in a water plane. Ruins. Copy this one. I think I'm going to rotate it. Turn snapping on real quick. This, we can control it easier. Okay. Let's figure out how low we need to drag it. Once we see the kind of foam particles, we'll know it's about the right height. There we go. I know it's, honestly, it's actually not too bad. Let's see here. The title counts, not worried about that. Drag it like this. We'll probably need to create another copy. Yeah, I noticed that glare earlier. It's kind of annoying. I might just kind of dim the lights a little bit. Is that any better? Glare's still there. Yeah, what's up, Josh? Let's see. Let me try. I'm going to move the camera over here. We're doing some adjusting so the stream's bearable. Okay, let's get that. Oh gosh, that's even worse. Unless my head covers it. Unless I tilt it down. No, that's not going to work. Newbie streamer here. Okay. Yeah, there's like no place I can put it where there's no glare, but I feel like that's a little better. Like it's not right in the center. Dimless lights. If you keep streaming, we can get a self-illumination stand light. That'd be nice. You try dimming them just a little more. Okay. It's kind of crazy because like in person, it looks super dim, but you can still see the light rays coming off of them. There we go. There we go. Let's give that a shot. Okay. So Josh said, packaging up, my game just failed. I came here for emotional support. Oh, sorry to hear that, dude. What failed on the packaging? So you've made a lot of adjustments. So, you know, with your car system. So I imagine something you did might have made it angry. Know what some of them are? Good old Claude or ChatGPT will probably help you sort that out. Okay. So you added your traffic system and forgot you built some stuff on the level blueprint that is spatially loaded. So that made it mad. Oh, I see. Um, oh, yeah, I can imagine. How come you put it in your level blueprint? You could create like just a separate blueprint and just pop it into your level and create a reference. I had a wet rock over here. There it is. We're not specifically wet, but I think it'll fill it out a little better. Yeah, package builds are finicky, dude. There's like weird things that like work in editor but don't work in the package build. Like I know I had some like weird like menu UI stuff that was not happy in the package build. So where's that? Rotate it around. Something like that. For sure. Once you get in the, you know, in the woods, it's easy to get lost. Just trying to add a little variation here so it doesn't look like it's all the same piece. Also got the damage system put in. Works really well. It's cool how they set it up. So the damage system for the vehicles or for your character? This over here. I'm going to start making the opening over here where I want them to come through. For the vehicles. So is it like different parts of it kind of like get damaged or whatever? How they have it set up? Scooch this here. Scale it up a little bit, drag it down. Just trying to imagine the player coming through this area. This is a little either too jagged or I need to drag it down a little bit. There we go. That, and I need to get rid of this column here. And group it all together. Put your static mesh in it, set a few things that handles the rest. You add a component to the thing that will be damaged and it works. Nice. So is it kind of like that system that I was going to send to you? Like that deformer component? but it's like their own version of it. That's a little better. Less jagged. So I need to build some kind of pathway that wraps around there. Then I need to cover up this part. I think I might even be able to just remove it. Maybe. Yeah, remove it and then find a replacement. It is going into the building a little bit, I think. Yeah, it definitely is. Just scale it down. That's better, and it's okay if it's kind of smashed into the building. So it supports both static and skeletal meshes, also set up for hit sounds particles, and they include a material to make other dents and scratches appear on whatever car material it is. Oh, that's actually really nice. Seems like they have a good kind of setup that they created. But skeletal and static meshes is definitely a plus. So you're not limited on that. Gonna try to go with static meshes. I'm thinking about turning that auto save off. It's so annoying. Okay. Okay. So it drops in here. Then I think I want to have like the biggest part of it be kind of over here. So what I'm thinking is I have some of those spider creatures that are just kind of chilling over here. And they'll kind of act as a small obstacle before you get over here. And then I'll have to create some kind of overhang for the water to come from for the waterfall. So either just kind of create a ceiling for the cave right here. That might be the way to go. You take a couple of rocks and just kind of bridge them. Might even be able to just kind of do this. Turning off autosave his famous last words. And then like the project crashes and I lose like hours. Yeah, yeah. I think you're probably right. I'll leave it on. Just to be safe. I'll deal with it. Something like this. Drag it out a little bit, and then I think I'll just duplicate and rotate at 180. I'll probably add a couple rocks here just to kind of blend it a little better. Something like that. And since it's the ceiling, the player is not going to be able to look up too much. Just going to duplicate this again, rotate, scale it. I'm trying so hard to like not overthink things with level design, you know? Just kind of like just grip it and rip it, because I would spend hours just like, no, I mean, I could rotate this one, you know, like 20 degrees just so it fits a little better. And the player's just gonna run past it, not even like notice it at all. Okay. There's a little hole here though. Let's grab this. You know, it's like so surprising is like when I was play testing this level, like it's just surprising how fast you can just tear right through it. Like if you know what you're doing, you know. Okay, we're getting closer. Got the ceiling now. I think I'm gonna duplicate the light source here, add some caustics. Ungroup. Group it again. Oh wow, that is really far. Radius for that does not need to be that big. Does not look. Whoops, wrong way. So that looks better. I'm assuming this one is just as wide, which I'm gonna have to fix that. That with your islands, with PCG Endless Ocean stuff, I just slammed together scenes really quick and evaluated it later. Yeah. That's not like a, I think there's multiple ways to approach it, you know, where it's like you've seen videos like on YouTube of like speed level designers, right? Where they can just like whip stuff out so quickly. And it's like you can do that and then, you know, go back in later and, you know, add more polish and whatnot. But I think the most important thing is just figuring out level flow, like how, like what routes the player is going to go through. And then you can work on the other crap later, you know. The radius for this one actually isn't that big, so I think I will duplicate this one. There we go. Add some nice caustics in there. First, I'm going to have to evaluate this ground here. Let's seal this part up. And then I should probably add in, so like over here is where I'll have the enemies. And I was going to copy one of these assets over here if I can get to it. This. I think I would like to set up my own procedural generation for like the larger game, because then you could have like, You know, because I'm imagining kind of more cerebral sections where it's like maybe they're inside Conway's mind space, right? And like there's a million different, you know, routes you can go. But like having like one of them be procedurally generated and then, you know, add a little you know, replayability to it. So this. Yeah, there we go. Add a couple more. Some variety. Bunch these together here. Okay, this has to move. That could just be the far wall over here. Excuse me. So as they go through here, I think I want to make this thinner. Way it kind of just opens up here. Yeah, where does the ground end? Like right over here. Right, I'm just gonna kind of walk through it real quick to see how it looks. No, let me close Photoshop. That might be adding to some streaming stress. There we go. Close Steve. Drop down. There's the waterfall. Except the only thing is that it's like clearly like you can clearly see beyond the waterfall. I might even try to like make the path narrow so you kind of go in, you don't exactly know there's something behind there, and then make it a little more dim. So we're getting some clipping on the environment here. You can kind of see it on the camera. Well, I think that's the cliff right there. Yeah, I think this is a decent start. So I'll open that up over there, and then I'll add some kind of like platforming rocks to get up higher. So plane 5, let's not forget that. It seemed like the water got pretty deep over here, so I think I might try to raise the floor a bit. This will all be underwater, so it won't really matter. Try to blend it. Oh, my post-process volume ends here. Okay, I'm gonna have to extend that out. I think it's the PP effects again. What's up with me wanting to be dark? I mean, just in like the sections that make sense for it to be dark, you know? Like in a cave, you kind of expect it to be dark, unless there's like light that's poking through. And it's like, you know, I add in like the things like the crystals and those like give off light and whatnot. Like this section is actually like super bright. But like the interior part before you get here, wherever it's at, like over here. And there's actually like a decent, like I have a lot of lights in the scene. Just doesn't appear that bright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure. Go. And for whatever reason, dude, like the post-process volumes aren't like showing up when they should be. Like I'm not seeing the outline for them. Type in volume. So nav mesh volumes. Intro volume. Oh, maybe. No, because it's not even reaching it. Cave volume. No. Here it is. Just need to extend this out a bit further. Except if I extend it out, it will like mess with this transition from here to here. So I think I'm just going to duplicate it. And we'll do it this way. There we go. Oh, you're talking about the post-process volume? No, it's not like infinite extent. I actually have like, places that like trigger it. If you have multiple, you can set their priority. So if you enter another volume, it doesn't get overridden by the first volume. That's a good point. I mean, that would work too, but I think this works just fine, just duplicating it. And I could even just make it more specific to this section. Yeah, that's good. That's where it turns off right there. Yeah, I might mess around with priority a little bit. I think it just depends on the area. So I said that I wanted to maybe make this more narrow here. I will work on that in a bit. And even thought about adding a boss in this area here, which it's still not off the table. But I'm not entirely sure. I think I'll just focus on the section first. I'll add those enemies back in, see if they work good or if they're too easy. And then if they're too easy, then I'll put a boss in there. For sure. Or it's like this section is meant mostly for exploration, But I feel like at this point in the game, because they'll have gone through the beginning section here, where there's like a couple flying creatures, a couple spiders, and then like this section right here is a little challenging just because the player can't run, and they're being fired at by these flying creatures. And then once they get into the cave section, right here, this is a good challenge. with the amount of enemies that are in here. Like they'll have to get kind of creative to make it through. But then they can either go back here if they find the kind of secret shortcut, or they'll end up going up here and trying to get to this platform, but not being able to make it because they don't have the grapple hook. And then they'll end up down here on the other side. And this is where the exploration kind of kicks in. And so it's like they've had like a medium challenge up till this point, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw in the boss in this section. But then, so like once they get up here and they kind of come back around and get back into the main section of the cave, where am I at here? I'm getting lost. Okay, so here's where they'll kind of poke out, pop up at. And then right after here, that's when they'll end up fighting the spider boss over here. Oh, I'm going to use these mushrooms in the cave over there. Or some hanging creatures you have to look out for, or they will attack you if you walk underneath them. Yeah, I mean, there's some sections, like for the larger game, that I definitely plan on having some creatures that hang down. One thing that I kind of wanted to add to this section are like almost like turret-like enemies where like they post up really far and high up, so you have a hard time hitting them, and they'll just kind of like rain projectiles down on you. The hanging enemies, I'm not sure if they'd work too good in this section of the game. Add this over here. Turn water plane back on. We got some shrooms. Yeah, so the one in CRISPR, for sure. It's called the Snatcher enemy, where it has like a bioluminescent lure that it hangs down from the ceiling, but it looks like a light bulb. And then like if you're paying like real close attention to it, you can like see it like just swaying ever so slightly, and that's how you can tell. But if you don't, then it's gonna like latch down over your head and then bite your head off. And I have the AI mostly done for that creature. I do need to polish the 3D model for it though. Or I need to texture the model. Okay, so water plane. It's gonna have to extend over here. And if I took this, extended it, probably wouldn't be a big deal. I would have to like cover it up somehow though with some boulders here. If I kind of scooch it over to the right like this, it's kind of poking out right here. I think I'm actually, I know what I'm going to do. Since I said that I wanted to kind of make like a narrow pathway here, I think I'll have a smaller plane here, and then I'll have another plane that takes up this area. And then that should be far enough behind. Whoops. Something like that. I'll have like a rocky floor here that acts as a transition. Way too far. Something like that. And perfect. You know what I could do is like take that same creature from CRISPR and then add that to the horror sections. And then people could theorize that they're in the same universe. Okay, there's that. End up coming over here. So I want to add a couple platforming sections to get up. And you see these wet rocks here. I think it'd be a cool crossover. I really wanted to have CRISPR crossover with my other game idea, Path of the Ancients. Because like in that game, you play as anthropomorphic like animals, like cats and stuff. And they're like the survivors of like the human civilization going underneath the ground and they all, die out, but then like their experiments turn these, animals into intelligent creatures. But then like have like one of the like underground sections they discover be like the city in CRISPR that's kind of underground as well, but like in ruins. I think that'd be really fun to do. And a cool Easter egg. Okay, so this one kind of has like it's kind of an odd shaped rock here, to be honest. Something like this. Why isn't it switching to world rotation? There it goes. Oh, I need world scale, I think. Nope. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let us do this. Rotate it up a little bit. Put it closer to the wall. What about you, dude? You gonna cross over like your pirate and your racing game somehow? Like he takes the portal to like over to your racing game, and his objective is he has to steal like a specific car and then bring it back. This is looking all right. There we go. So I need one more platform, or two really. So hop up, take kind of like an edge over here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's create that edge there. A copy. Copy this one. Make it a little wider. Something like that. Might even make them do a little platform and have to jump over to it. I'll have to see how wide the character capsule is up against that wall. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to add another platform here. Um, Something like that. Or do I have them go this way? Do this. Okay, I'm gonna make ground a little higher in this section, I think. Okay, I'll test it out and that should tell us how it's gonna work. Unhide the plane. Okay, Ben, that sounds good. What are you thinking about eating? See, I might have to eat a little in a bit myself. We'll see. So you're on your package attempt number 2. I'm pretty sure I got most of the errors. There's one more I'm not sure if I'm gonna see or not. All right, you have to let me know if it works. Have you ever gotten one of those like unknown errors where it just doesn't help you at all? Those ones like really piss me off. Okay. I'm gonna have to mess with the ground level here because they're kind of up and down. Oh, okay, leftovers, gotcha, babe. Oh, he's underneath the water now, so definitely, yeah, it's all over the place. And I underestimated the scale of things. Okay. Bring this closer. Okay. And then the ground levels are all over the place. Yeah, honestly, I should package way more often than I do. I mean, I don't think I've actually made a package of the game since I released the the first submission for the game jam. So I need to do a package for sure. Because it's changed so much since then. This. Just gonna expand it quite a bit. So hopefully this will help with the water level. I know. You keep reminding me, and you're right, and I need to, for sure. Yeah, he's way too deep here, this water level. Too deep there. I think I need to have some kind of section here that pokes out underground or above the water so they can know. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I'm going to have to create my own. Okay, well, I was able to dash to here. That's good. I honestly probably shouldn't have it all that deep here because the spiders need to be in this section as well. Unless I had the boss, then it'd be appropriate. Okay, let's fill in this section over here as well as this section. This, I'm going to try to rotate this. It's not my favorite. It works. Might even have like a little bit of sunshine poking through, have like a god ray or something. This. Okay, all that needs to come down. At least just this one. Right. Not sure about the like shape of it. We will see. So that was definitely too deep here. Basically, you're just gonna flatten these. Okay, let's give that a shot. It's getting there. It's starting to come together a little bit. Still way too deep here. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix that right now. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see how that looks. Tell you what, I'll make a build tonight and see what errors I get. Okay, that definitely helped. I spoke too soon. What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I think the collision was literally inverted. This I wasn't like looking when I was doing the scaling. Okay. Let's try that. And for this, scooch it up. Something like that. At least I have been doing backups just about every night. So I haven't been completely reckless. Okay. Okay. It's deep, but his head's not underwater at least. This section is definitely too deep. I think I'm gonna have to add some invisible cubes up against these walls here to kind of make the camera transition a little smoother and try to prevent clipping. So I'm gonna do that now. Do something like this. Have you been backing up your projects? I'm telling you, you need to get like an 8 terabyte external. Like I don't even think they're that expensive for what they are, you know. We'll try this. Hey, good. I'm proud of you. Okay. Oh, This section has to be filled in. I think I'll do this to try to make it less abrupt. An angle. Oh, let's see. It kind of changed shape on me. I wasn't even really paying attention. We're growing up. We're being responsible adults. Okay. Camera movement is indeed a lot smoother. Still some clipping there. Responsibility, stability. Think. So this is too high now over here. Walking on the top of the water just about over here. Let's be real, we're just some like grown-ass man children. Oh, collision is so messed up over there. Okay, so too high here. Take snapping off so I can be a little more precise. Let's do that. Kind of a big dip there. This section was too high over here. Down a little bit. Now the clipping, I think the clipping happened right here. Let's see the game view. Set these to hidden. Oh, this isn't even touching the ground here. Yeah, I think this one right here. That's I guess I'm not gonna have to adjust the angle too much. That's do something like that. I have not seen the update on the water system. What do they do in 5.6? I've been kind of tempted to like upgrade the project to 5.6 to see if there's any more optimization help, you know? I went ahead and downloaded 5.6 because somebody wanted the fluid flying system, but it was I only had it for 5.5, so I created a 5.6 version of it. Okay. I think our water level issues are just about fixed. Except for there. Always speak too soon. Okay. We're actually gonna copy this one. Should do it. Oh, fluid sim stuff? Yeah, send me a vid in Discord. Definitely want to check that out. Fix up that bridge. Water level, good. Gonna have to figure out collision issues here. Actually walking on top of the water here. Yeah, this one section right here is too high. This one. Something like that. Try that. And I'll fill in this hole over here. I'll probably add in something here so the player can't go over there. This section is not very good for collision. I'm going to try something like that. I'm sure I'll have to adjust the ground as well. I can tell that's too high. Something like that. I don't like how soft this rock is here. Something like that, but here, we'll do this jagged section, and then do it like that. Yeah, that looks better to me. I just got your Discord invite or the link. Sweet, I will check that out. So, if this is going to be a boss section, it needs to be much wider over here. If it's not, and the enemies are going to be here, and this might be okay. Though I should probably have more land peeking out, though, or ground. There's a little more, of a little bit more surface. Okay, let's put the enemies back in here. I'm going to check out the navigation. What the heck? Why isn't it like the volumes aren't showing? I don't want to show collision. I don't think, because that would show collision for everything. We'll do now. We'll go through each one. And then I'm going to label it so I don't forget it again. There it is. Call this lens nav volume. Okay. Navigation looks pretty good. There's a couple weird spots, but it should be okay. So then let's grab a couple of the spider enemies. So we can test it. Put them on the ground. And hide that. Okay. Let's try it out. So one covers the new update, the other covers using the new features on 5.6 to create interactive water. Perfect. So if I update to 5.6, then I can replace the water I have in here. So they haven't okay, now they notice me. So I feel like if I want to put those enemies in here, then I need to put like a lot of them. And if I don't do that, then there needs to be a boss in this section because it's too spacious. So let me try duplicating them and try and see what it's like with 4 of them in here. I gotta change the collision on this back wall. I don't like the angle that it's at. Yeah. Might have to rethink this section. Not entirely sure. More underlings? Yeah, like add more eggs and stuff. The eggs that hatch like the smaller ones. Yeah, the thing is, if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to. I'm gonna have to keep the water level like pretty low, I think, because they'll get lost underneath it. It'd probably be fine if I just took this and moved it down a bit. Yeah, I kind of like that there's more ground poking up. And then I could put like some of the eggs on these surfaces over here, you know? Let's try that. I'm gonna copy these guys here. Yeah, I copy those. Make sure I'm in the right section. Whoops. Floating above the ground. Rotate it like that. Shrink this one down. Do something like that. Make sure this one doesn't get trapped. He breaks out. And I probably have some over here as well. Yeah, I think I'm liking this better. We'll find out once I play it. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I really gotta fix that wall angle. It's like terrible. Keeps wanting to shift like that. Massive mobs. I don't know. Well, I did take like a decent amount of damage, I will say, during all that. Okay, where is this thing? No, it wasn't way over here. There was like kept shifting on me. It must have been like right here. Think so? Yeah, I can't have this one angle. It's gonna have to be straight for the camera's sake. Not even like curve it at all. Something like this. Something like that. Let's take a couple of these eggs and put them over here. Wow, surprisingly close. Gonna bring that away from the wall a little bit. Rotate it. I just even put like a couple more, like more out in the open here. Get in there. So traffic system is making your game feel packaging. I'm just gonna take it out and experiment with it in other projects. Yeah, kind of like do like a clean slate and get it to work in there first, and then try it again. Is that what you're talking about? They need to expand their detection radius. They need to see the player from further away. I might even like just make some of these just hatch on their own. Not entirely sure. Okay, so you don't recall messing with anything really, but it's giving you structure errors. Oh, you know what, dude? So what you do to fix structure errors is if you've made changes to them, what you have to do is you have to go through every single blueprint that contains that structure or uses it, and you have to do refresh blueprints, refresh all nodes, and that will update it. Because I ran into that same issue with the dialogue system for Paradox Patrol when I was making it for the Game Jam, and that's what I had to do. I had to go to each one of the dialogue like blueprints and then refresh them, and then the next time I built it out, it all worked. But you have to, like, you can't miss any of them. You have to make sure that they're all done. Okay. That's the thing, you didn't touch any of that. The errors for the interface for it. The interface for it saying the structure isn't good. Double checked it and everything is fine. No errors anywhere if I package. So the it's interesting that it's happening with the interface. And so you check the interface and then everything that's there is supposed to be there. I'm not sure if you can do refresh nodes with the interface or whatnot. Because sometimes you run into that thing where if you update like a node, like an event, right, and that but you've changed, like, say from an integer to a Boolean, and then like you can see where the red line is where it was attached and that needs to be disconnected. But I imagine it would just take you right to it if you clicked on where the error was. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'd say give that a shot and then contact the dev. If, like, say you bring it to a brand new project and then you try it and it fails there, then I'd say definitely. See, my kind of thoughts as to like why I want to do a boss here as well is because, you know, it's like more of the same enemy type that the player has already faced, you know, and so I want there to be a little more variety. So I very well might still change this. Let me show you the boss that I'm thinking about putting in there. Where is it at? It's called Ominous Shadow. There it is. So this guy, but much larger. Let me scale him up, probably like something like this. Yeah, for sure. Let's whittle it down until you figure it out. What do you think about this guy as the boss, though? So the Signari are like, you know, almost octopus-like, like aliens, like humanoid octopus. Like, obviously you don't have like the models for them in here. But like kind of like, say, like something that's like related to their biology, but not quite with the tentacles and stuff. I think it looks good here because it almost looks like a tree. Yeah, for sure. Have it move when you get close enough. Yeah, kind of like surprise the player. That'd be cool. I could even add in some trees to kind of like camouflage it, you know, a little bit. But I'd have to like make it so that there's sunshine poking through so it's believable that there'd be a tree there. Yeah, I'm thinking about adding this in here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to create a bunch of animations for him though, and that's not gonna be fun. Darkness helps at a glance. Yeah, that's true. Like the kind of like hues that are in here, not hues, but like the tone, it definitely matches kind of close to the cave. Yeah. So let me hit play to kind of see. Like, as in, I mean, I know trees can grow in caves and whatnot, but like, you know, without enough like sunlight, they wouldn't be able to, you know, grow very well. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I want to have him as the Boston here. Especially since like, oh my goodness, I'm getting caught. Like the player like drops down, in like from the waterfall section, they won't be able to like escape unless they go to the other side, you know? Yeah, I think this works. Only thing is, oh goodness, I'm about to die. Leave me alone. If I do that, then I definitely want to make the boss area larger over here. That'd be so chaotic having the boss and the spiders, but I think it'd be cool too. It definitely make like players run around a lot, but maybe less spiders. Maybe only like 2 or 3. Repurpose giant animations with it. I don't know. I'd have to look at the rig for it. I might have to do like a custom retargeter for it. Because yeah, I have those animations. Let me take a quick look at the skeleton structure. Well, that and it has 4 legs too, so I'm almost positive that I'm gonna have to just animate it myself. Yeah, I mean it's calling stuff like big toe, leg back. Auto targeter retargeter would not work with it. It's all good, but I think maybe I'll work on that tomorrow, creating the animations for it. So do you just kind of want to connect this here so I can reach the destination? I might even have it just kind of like drop down into it. Something like that. All right, man. Sounds good. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Oh yeah, the Dragon Eye Cave. Yeah, that might help. I'll take a look into that and see if that would help with retargeting. I forget I have that thing sometimes. That. Hello, how's it going? Secret Streamy? Thanks for joining. Oh. You been watching for a while or just hopping on? Yeah, that'll work. Save it. A couple of these guys. Oh, nice. Well, welcome in. I am working on a section of the level where a boss fight's going to be. I haven't programmed the boss fight yet, but this is what he's going to look like. And then I can kind of quickly show you what the rest of the level looks like. It's like a ruin section of the game. So in order to progress, the player's going to have to come through this section and go through the boss fight. And then they'll end up coming out around here. And then they'll acquire a grapple hook off of this guy right here. That's how they'll explore around. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. So I started this as a game jam entry, and then I really enjoyed working on it. And I was like, well, I'm just going to turn it into a full game. So I've been working on it, and none of the stuff was inside of the game jam version. This is all new. Kind of get play here. So come in here. Oh, nice. Oh, awesome. So you saw that first devlog video? Nice. Yeah, that first video went crazy. The other ones are, got a couple thousand views on them, but nothing close to that first one. Which is fine. Like, that's totally cool. I'm just happy that, some people have taken an interest in it. Just barely escaped them. Okay, so I have a little collision issue there. yeah, we're getting there. Oh, you watched all the devlogs? That's awesome, dude. Thank you, I appreciate it. I feel like YouTube, I don't understand YouTube's algorithm. Love it when a game dev, love it when game dev comes out of nowhere and actually thinks of a unique concept coming from someone who has over 200 wishlisted games. This one is definitely on my radar. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I love just like coming up with unique things. Even if they like, you know, don't work, at least like giving them a shot and just seeing, you know, just trying something different and just seeing how it pans out. Like with this system, like I actually think it works really well. So I was happy that, you know, it's actually like I've been actually adapting it to be played on controller and actually plays even better on controller, which is awesome. So I wanted to add like controller support for it, but I had initially designed the system so that it was only keyboard and mouse. Try this. Oops, I forgot I remapped the teleport button. Oh goodness. There we go. Gonna run through here. Yeah, I guess you get like an actual look of what the game's like before the demo drops. I'm hoping to have the demo done. So you really like following a lot of smaller creators, gives you a lot of motivation to try and be a game dev. Got the groundwork so far. I know it's said often, but any specific tips? Yeah, definitely. So which engine are you working in? Are you doing Unity, Godot, or Unreal? Because my advice would vary depending on which engine. But for like, I'd say for like general tips, like if you're just getting started, definitely. Oh, so you're working in Unreal? Awesome. I would say definitely join a couple of Unreal Engine Facebook and Discord groups. Oh, UE4? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Definitely join some developer Facebook groups, and then try to make some friends. Specifically, 4.27. Gotcha. So older versions. And older versions are totally fine. The only real difference is having to optimize things a little bit better, or kind of like the old method of optimization if you're not using things like Lumen and Megalights and stuff, where you'd probably, like, say you create a level, you'd want to make everything instant static meshes, and then you'd want to bake the lighting instead of having like dynamic lighting. That would be my advice for 4.7, is just kind of look for more ways for optimization. But other than that, I imagine they probably work very similarly, minus like the newest, big additions. Let's see. So here's what my big advice would be. This is what helped me learn really quick, is try to get some like cheap or kind of less expensive assets from the Fab Marketplace, and then just open them up and take a look at the code and see what nodes they're using, how they're putting nodes together and stuff. Because the issue you run into with tutorials and stuff is you end up in tutorial hell, where it's like you know how to put stuff together in a very specific way that was told in the tutorial, rather than like actually knowing how to use them. And so by like actually poking through other people's projects, you can get like a better idea of how things work. I'd say like cheap, or even like there's so many free assets on the Fab Marketplace. Oh, it's crazy. So I'd say that would be my biggest advice starting out. Okay, I'm gonna go face the spider boss. Let's see. I think it's, yeah, 3.
What the?
Just realized I didn't have any audio on. So we're trying to make a game that has visuals similar to Half-Life 2, awesome, which allows it to look older than 2004 while also not being heavily demanding compared to UE5. Gotcha. That's awesome. Like, I am a huge fan of like that aesthetic of Half-Life. I created a horror game called Lockdown that was inspired by Half-Life as well. So, I mean, you should join our Discord channel and then share your work, whatever you come up with for it. Because I love to see what other people are working on. Also implementing a plugin that 100%. Give me 1 second here. I'm about to get destroyed by the boss. I'll take a better look. Add some grenades. Oh, I just went right underneath them. Almost got him. One more hit though, and I'm toast. Ugh. Okay, got him. Okay,
Now
so
that's one big damn spider.
also implementing a plugin that 100% mimics movement system. Gotcha. Like the same movement system of Half-Life. That's what's up, dude. You know what the plugin's called? See, I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the assets on the Fab Marketplace. Is it like an advanced movement system, or like a first-person template? Oh, Project Borealis. Okay, I've heard of that. I haven't like got my hands on it, but I have heard of that before. So is that like what do you imagine for your? It's off the marketplace. As in, like, it used to be and they took it off of it, or it's something completely separate from the marketplace? Player controller and a character that has multiple presets laid out, like ladder movement, water movement. Gotcha. That'll definitely give you a good start in your development. Because, yeah, building that stuff out from scratch is going to take a while. Like, I actually built out everything from scratch from this game, and it's kind of a nightmare. So having, like, a good starting place definitely helps with development. Like, a lot of different properties you can manipulate. That's what's up, dude.
You see extinction. I see transformation.
You know my name. That's either really good intel or really bad news for me.
The artifact shows me many
So you know this
Let's
ends badly.
skip some of it.
Those were crude attempts, desperate fumbling by inferior minds. But reality is a cage.
Reality's not a cage. It's a foundation. And every time someone like you tries to...
The weak cling to limitation.
The 3 others said something similar.
Alright.
Enough with your meaning.
Here we go.
Only thing I
Let's
wish
get to
I
the boss
witnessed
fight.
is another cleanup job.
This is one of the new attacks. Oh wow, that went a lot faster than I remembered. Okay, cool. The new ground slam effects are working nice.
Shit, I can't turn.
So a lot of things I gotta put myself, like it doesn't come with a sprinting. With sprinting, because I gotta transfer the C++, activate that specified node to appear in the blueprints. Oh gosh, you gotta expose it. Been struggling to add sprinting and stuff. It's a bit ambitious of a project, but I'm willing to work on it along with smaller projects to keep momentum going. Yeah, definitely, dude. I definitely recommend having multiple projects to work on, like even smaller ones, because you're inevitably going to get burnt out working on a bigger project, and then just being able to kind of like, still work and make progress on another smaller one kind of gives your mind a little bit of breather. I have so many projects that I'm working on. It's like not even funny, but it helps keep me sane. And yeah, C++ can definitely, like, the integration with it and blueprints can definitely be a pain. I've had a couple of systems like, were mostly built with C++ and a lot of things weren't exposed, so I had to add my own code. Taking a break now as my PC detected Trojan. I spent overnight going through multiple steps to assure my PC is safe, but I'm waiting until professional to check my PC 99, make sure it's entirely safe. Yeah, that I would, yeah, definitely for sure. That's unfortunate. Going through multiple steps. Yeah, make sure all your stuff is backed up though, just in case, like onto like external hard drives. Where you work, despite having 3 antivirus softwares telling me it's clean. I mean, you can never be too safe, Like all it takes is one like hack or one identity theft, one file stolen from your PC to like cause, a world of pain. So I would say, I'd probably, like, I'm very much the same as you. I definitely over worry about stuff. Even the Trojan blocked, and then another got quarantined and deleted it. I see. Oh man.
Dimensional control is
Yes. So I've been encountering. Oh, I'm encountering. Okay. I thought that was a bug. So he sometimes. Yep, I am encountering the bug where if he goes onto the close side of the player, he gets trapped and he can't do his attack. So that's one bug that I need to fix. And I'm glad it happened because it's kind of rare when it does happen. Okay. So what like inspired you to get into game development, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. Okay. So whenever we get our tick character Z rotation, that's happening when he goes to the player. So we'll go to move to location. knock down. Okay. So if it's locked side scroller, it gets the side scroller location. I'm thinking about just not using this one. Just bypassing it. We'll try this. Hopefully that'll fix our issue. The guy confirms it's safe to use and reduce all my worries, but even if I have a factory reset, I'll make sure to export the project to USB drive. Yeah, definitely. I actually, my wife, she created an actual server for me to store my games on. So I think it's like a 16 terabyte server. Because I learned my lesson the hard way, and I, accidentally lost a file that I worked on for a decent amount of time. So making sure that doesn't happen again. I even have, oh my gosh, I have so many externals now. I have like 2 terabytes. I have a 4 terabyte as well. So yeah, I go a little overboard with saving projects. And they always tell you should use things like GitHub and stuff. And I probably should, but I just like, it's good for when you're working on projects with multiple people. But if you're just doing, solo project, I kind of lean away from using GitHub personally. Okay, let's give this a shot and see if that fixes our bug where he gets caught on the other side. Listen, I live with life's too short to worry about. Yeah, that's definitely true. I work on game development stuff so much that I forget to go out and go outside and get some fresh air and stuff. So I need to do better about that myself. Because I like to skateboard in my free time, and I haven't skateboarded in months just because I've been so focused. It ain't near why I worry now. Enjoy the time being. For sure, dude. Facts. I would definitely agree with that. I think, someone's age definitely has a factor on that as well, depending on how old you are. Like for me, I'm kind of like older. I'm about 36, so I feel like if I want to have, achieve all my dreams of like making the games that I want to make and stuff, that I have to be like super focused on stuff. Sorry to answer your question. I wish ever since I was a kid, my dad bought me SMB Wii, and that led to Butterfly Effect of being a complete gaming nerd. For sure. No, that's awesome though. It's interesting with me and why I decided to become a game developer. So I went to art school for animation, and I basically didn't play games for like 4 or 5 years, and then I started playing games again because I got depressed, and then I kind of reinvigorated my love for gaming that I had. Like I played Bloodborne is the game that I played, and it like reinvigorated my love for gaming. And then ever since then, I was like, you know what, I think I can do this. I want to make stuff like this and bring that same kind of feeling to other people. So ever since, I've just been doing this.
Dimensional cascade event. Class 7 paradox.
The signal.
You know, so you know.
Those
Skip through all this dialogue.
Only thing I'm witnessing is another cleanup job.
Wii, to Wii U, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, laptop, 3DS, PS5, Series X, PC, VR, Rogue Ally. I've got a PS3, and I think I get a PS2. That's awesome, dude. So you've experienced like everything. Let's see. I like to get. I think there's like, so you're missing kind of like the older stuff like the Dreamcast or like Sega Genesis and stuff like that. But all those modern consoles are pretty awesome. I've always been like a big PlayStation fanboy, so I have PS4 and PS5. I was a bigger like Xbox fan during the 360 era, but I haven't gotten any Xbox since the 360. And then of course, like once I got my dev PC, I'm like hardcore like PC gaming. Like it's kind of sad. Like my PS5 just kind of collects dust these days. Except for like I have started playing Death Stranding on PS5, so not entirely true. Collecting games and watching vids on how they work literally expand my knowledge. I even hope to. Okay, 1 second. To attend an online college program that promises to give you a bachelor's degree in design. That's awesome, dude. Is it like a Full Sail University type thing? Yeah, that's awesome though, dude. Like I'm a big game collector myself. Like on my PS5 or my PS4 is where I get most of them on. I think I have like 700 games on a 6 terabyte like external USB for my PS4, and I probably have about who knows, like 400 or 500 games for PC.
Conway, you're caught in
And then of course I have like my older games, like I have my Sega Dreamcast, my N64 still. I have a PS2, but it's kind of broken at the moment. It's a full complete year, and they're flexible.
No shit.
I'm assuming online classes.
He's channeling more paradoxium
I
than
mean,
you can
that'd be
counter.
awesome to do.
Lack the-
What about the government?
Like if it seems legit to you, I'd say definitely go for it.
Kill you.
I don't have a choice.
Very well.
But if there's like any kind of hesitation at all, like I guess I would say just do your research, make sure that they're legit, because some programs like that can be kind of scammy, or they'll make promises that they don't keep. I've had some friends that have experienced stuff like that. So, where is he going? So it seems like, so he's strafing right now, and that's all he's doing. It could be because he doesn't have a valid destination. Maybe I just need to change the location of this. Yeah, I mean, flexibility is definitely a big plus. Just being able to like work on stuff that's convenient for you is sometimes worth, going for that, or like could be like the decision maker between different schools and stuff. So what do I think about working name for your game? The idea is basically the exponential decay formula for math, where the value of something decreases over time. Game explores decay of morality principles in psych and physically. I call it decay factor. So that's an awesome name and like really cool concept as well. There's also like kind of entropy as well. Would that kind of fit into that, where like there's an inevitability to things decaying over time? But that's definitely, I like the decay factor. There might be like another word that might flow better with the factor, like something that could replace the factor. But I mean, right off the bat, I think what I would need is to see some like concept art or visuals to go along with it to kind of like sell me on like the full like image of it, you know. But just right off the bat, I do like the concept and the title for it. That is very cool. Yeah, I like games that explore kind of those interesting themes. I feel like a lot of Japanese developers are less scared to kind of tackle those kind of themes compared to Western developers. But I think it's like same thing with like you could say the same thing with like Japanese anime and whatnot, where they're not afraid to explore mature themes. But still new to things, so don't have anything to show but simple code and some sounds you made yourself from things I used around the house. Interesting. Do you have like a YouTube channel, or do you plan on like uploading, making devlogs about your progress and whatnot? Hey, if you do, you should definitely share it with me. I'll go give it a look see. Once you know get it up and running or whatnot. Yeah, save that. Okay, so the side scroller attack location. I need to figure that out. Oh, alternate channel. Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. See you in a bit. Okay, location. Where is this being set at? So it's being set in the make next decision, and it's being pulled from an enemy target to an interface. Welcome back. That was quick. So Shadow Serpent. Let me. So that's your main. Give me 1 second. Let me check out your channel. There we go. I think I found it. Do you have 1.3 K subscribers? Is that the right channel? Or am I looking at the wrong one? I have some old videos. Yeah, I think your main icon looks different than the one that popped up in the results. Go to filter for channel. Let me try it this way. I am muted, right? For game audio? Okay, cool. Go to filter for channel. Way. Try it this way. Here we go. Go to channel. Cool. Nice. I just subscribed to you for game audio. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm having to kind of like hop back and forth between my OBS and online. Here we go. Go to channel. Cool. Okay, yeah, I got it. I just subscribed to you for game audio. Okay, cool. Let's see. So are these videos that you've made on here? Back and forth between my OBS and online. Oh wow, you have a decent amount of videos. Okay, yeah, I got it. I'll have to check all your stuff out. So are these videos that you've made on here? Cool. My OBS and online. Let's see. Oh wow, you have a decent amount of videos. Let me send you an invite to the Discord real quick. So are these these videos that you've made on here. Cool. Let's see. Decent amount of videos. Let me send you an invite to. So there is my Discord link to Paradox Patrol if you want to join that. I post updates pretty frequently in there, and there's some good folks in there to other game developers too to talk to. My buddy Josh, he also develops in Unreal. I mentored him, and he's working on a pirate game right now. So if you need any help, like if you need help with like stuff development wise, like definitely like join our Discord and let me know if you have any issues. I can try to help you solve them. My buddy Josh, go to 4 years ago after you find some artificial intelligence runs, and he's working on check it out. Working on a pirate game right now. So if you need any help, like if you need help with development wise, like definitely like join our Discord and let me know if you have any issues. I can try to help you solve them. What happened to it? I just had it. Here we go. Okay, so 4 years ago. Years ago. In Speedrun Little Nightmares 2. Among Us. Let's pull up this. Do you have like a direct link to it? Okay, so that's 5 years ago, so I passed it. Okay, I found it. Artificial Intelligence Run demo. Check it out. Get the audio. Interesting. So it's like a platformer. Uh-oh, did he get sent to purgatory? Okay, so you dabbled in Unreal like quite like a while ago. Yeah, I wish I had started so much sooner than I did. Well, this is someone actually playing the demo for it. Nice. Getting the platforming. Looks tough. I always struggle with the platforming for sure. That's cool though, dude. Oh, that was a crazy jump right there. Nice. What's up, dude? I can't wait for the full game. Like, did you release that on Steam or anything? There we go. Never did. Gotcha. Game development is hard, dude. Like, it takes a lot of just abandon it due to life situations. No, I totally get that, dude. Yeah, you know, stuff takes priority, and I'd say mental health, you know, family issues, or you have to like set time aside to handle that stuff. He swapped to Unity for a while and joined RevShare project. Mike, did you complete the RevShare project? Programmer and scriptwriter. Nice. That is something that I struggle with a lot. Is like, so I'm really good at writing, but I'm not good at writing scripts and stuff. Like I can come up with really cool stories and stuff, but like the moment to moment stuff I've always struggled with. So you still have the plot saved. I know it's much, but would for read it when you can. Sure. Yeah, I'd check it out. What was it called? The other project? Hit side scroller attack arrow. So this might be the issue here. Wild Undead. Was it like a zombie themed? I'm assuming with the undead part, like post apocalyptic kind of story. Oh, interesting. Was that like a good while ago? Arrow. See these attack arrows here. Necromancer RPG in the Wild Web. Web? Not entirely sure. R attack arrow to R attack arrows. Close attack arrows. I think I just want them to be on the close attack arrows. Because if the camera's here, we want them to be over here when he attacks. It's actually the close ones that I need to remove. Let's try that. Move. So we're going through all of them. We're getting the location, we're getting the distance vector. We're setting in the closest one to the enemy, and that's the one they'll attack from. Let's try that. Hopefully now that you've graduated high school, you have time for game dev, and you have learned some things so far. Awesome. Yeah, dude, like when I graduated high school, I took an entire year off just to kind of figure out what exactly I wanted to do. Originally, I thought I wanted to do graphic design, but then I ended up going for animation. And I definitely think taking that extra year off definitely helped, or I might have gotten into something that I didn't actually want to do. But if game development is something you're pretty set on, then that's actually great. Like I would say this is like a great opportunity to like make a lot of progress on that front, or like a good time to do that, I would say. go. Okay. Try it again. Oops. Wrong location. Not wrote for a game yet, but you have details. Since the game should be made first before proceeding on the script. The details. For sure, like just focusing on like all the gameplay mechanics and whatnot. Interesting. Like so I have this other game that I've worked on for a while called CRISPR. And it's kind of like Half-Life 2 inspired as well. But let's see. I have all the gameplay mechanics done for it. But then I started trying to, like, I had like the grand idea for the game. But then I started trying to write the script for it. And then I found it to be really difficult. Like, my advice is like, try to like iron out your story as much as you possibly can to give you kind of like a framework of where, you know, how you even build out your levels and stuff. So, main idea is rogue AI hates humanity and destroyed and reshape the planet, emphasizing how our causing our own extinction, relating back to the decay factor. Gotcha. That's a cool concept. How do you imagine like your AI to be? Kind of like, do you imagine it to be like a Skynet type of thing from like Terminator, or like an actual like singular entity, or like has a physical being? Manfield, man-made artificial nuthead for incredibly light destruction. Nice. So that's what like your like characters would refer to them as inside the game. It's Manfield.
Dimensional cascade event.
The Signari left behind more than...
The Signari also...
You see,
You know my name,
the artifact shows me many things.
so you know that
Those were... Reality is...
reality's
The weak cling to...
the three others.
Enough with your meaning.
Only thing I'm witnessing is another cleanup job.
1 second. So basically powerful, but he's comically inconsistent, like a combination of Wheatley and GLaDOS. Oh, okay, nice. GLaDOS is like one of my favorite AI characters ever. Kind of like bumbling, but like super intelligent, but also like has a sense of humor, or kind of like bumbling a little bit. Okay, a moment of truth to see if my changes worked.
Dimensional control is mine.
So he's strafing, went to a location, attacked. It's a stationary attack, he's attacking from there. He's going to the closest location. I think it fixed it. Yeah, it's working. Yay! Yay for bug fixes. Good. Ooh. Yeah, I like the camera shake for that attack, so it turned out pretty good. Give me one moment. There's some weird collision stuff happen. I need to optimize those projectiles. They're taking up too much performance.
Conway, you're caught in another dimension.
Okay. You even have this funny idea that AI is so inconsistent that he purposefully has a terrible view and switches accents based on different parts of the UK. Nice. Maybe even have Manfield have a different design for each scene for mocking AI generated stuff. Maybe even have a fun secret room that has AI generated images on computers that you can destroy. That sounds fun. I like the kind of the humorous aspect to it. And having like different kind of designs for different locations so you can't like fully nail them down or something.
No shit. Help me out.
He's channeling more
What about the governor?
Yeah, that's a cool concept. You
Yes.
should definitely explore
You
that.
don't have a choice.
Very well.
Do it. Release the governor.
Oh, that's right. This tutorial widget a little bugged and not popping up. That's fun. Fix that. That happened. Where is it at? I think that happened. Where's the radiation burst? I really need to clean up this blueprint. A lot of good ideas, but the best part is feel like sticking with things for sure. Like you actually feel committed to it. Controversial, but maybe even in the game with Mantle talking about humanity's flaws in the end credits are footage of things like plagues and wars to criticize how we are the only stop there. But yeah, I mean, I would say it's like an artsy kind of decision to do that. And it can definitely work if you pull it off right. The only species capable of being dumb enough to kill each other. That's like the one Linkin Park "What I've Done" music video, for sure. And I mean, it's a reality. Well, I wouldn't say 100% true, but like I would say, like other primates definitely kill each other. I think it's just the reasoning for why they kill each other is very much um, like to kill, is definitely a human thing. Whereas like a chimpanzee might kill another chimpanzee, um, because they're protecting their family or starving or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. See, one of the movies that I've seen recently that kind of had that kind of artistic sensibility to it was 28 Years Later that came out not too long ago, where they would kind of intercut like actual like footage from like different war era times, even though it wasn't like actually related to like the scenario like inside the scene. It kind of like helps set up like the feeling or like have like a message behind it. And so I think that movie pulled it off pretty well. And I think if done right, it can definitely be effective. Okay, so here is the radiation burst. So I need to go to my dialogue widget. I think it's over here. Here we go. Okay, this is it. Gun tutorial. The final line he came up with to end the game is Manfield saying, "After all that has happened, tell me, or are humans expected to thrive when they live in fear of each other? It's a powerful line. Um, and it's definitely like a relevant thing too as well. Um, I feel like there's so much division throughout the world, and it's only getting worse in recent times. Um, so I think it's also a relevant message. You could even do something like I don't know if you've heard of like MAD or mutually assured destruction. Something along those lines that toys around with like the power of like military capabilities. Another dimension. Okay, so I was looking for a tutorial. Tutorial trigger, and I'm looking for the tag. Oh, Undertale. Weird concept, but yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, with game development and especially indie game development, you just don't know what's going to take off, you know? Like, there's even games that have been out for like 3 years that like had no traction when they first released, but then years down the line a streamer will find it and then play it and then it just blows up. And I think that even happened with Among Us. Like when it released, it wasn't like a huge hit. um and yeah, I mean, I think if you can capture something that is super relevant, um capture people's imagination with the concept, I think you have a good chance um, of being noticed more. Um, but yeah, I mean, with your concept, I'd say it's definitely relevant for sure, though. Uh, and I imagine it'll only become more relevant as time goes on, especially with like the new onset of like AI kind of taking over things like AI art and I mean even game dev. There's AI programs to help with game development now. Okay, so this G string. What is that? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know I know what it is, but I don't know what the is in this context. Okay. A game that's close to Half-Life 3, kind of like a spiritual successor, you'd say. Interesting. Hmm. D-String is a 2020 first-person shooter video developed by Yura and published by Lunchhouse Software for Windows. The game is set in a dystopian cyberpunk far future North America ravaged by climate change, pollution, economic inequality, and civil unrest. That was interesting. People say it's like the Korean Half-Life 2. Interesting. I might have to check that out. One game that I want to play that I haven't gotten a chance to yet, I own it, I just haven't played it yet, is Half-Life Alyx, like the VR game. So that's definitely on my to play list. And I've heard it's really good. Why? I'm like having a brain fart here. I need to find the right one. This is the dialogue, and then we need to find the tutorial widget that says gov toot. It's not triggering for some reason. Oh, here it is. Government tutorial. I might just have to do a hard reference. What is I don't want to? It should be triggering it at the end, but it's been inconsistent. 0 delay before the trigger. So the show hide HUD, I don't think that has anything to do with it. We replace the tutorial index, so we don't need that anymore. So something is going wrong here. Well, no matter what, it has to trigger the event. But we can just do get player character here. Playing this group. I gotta head out or head to bed. It's almost 6. Thanks for the combo. Really got me motivated. It's been Kiwi is my name. Oh, thanks, dude. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. It was fun talking with you and learning about your game concept. You'll have to share them with me more in the Discord channel. And then, like I said, if you have any game dev questions, I'd be happy to help. But thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a good night. Okay. No, that won't work. That's fine. Tutorial. Go. What have I been streaming for? Haven't even been paying attention. Paying attention. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Well, I think I'm going to call that for the stream today, and then I will hopefully be on either, let's see, what's today? I think today's Thursday. If I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'll be on this weekend. If anyone's watching, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.